The Annihilators is a 1985 action film directed by Charles E. Sellier Jr. and starring Christopher Stone, Gerrit Graham, Lawrence Hilton-Jacobs, Dennis Redfield, Andy Wood, Millie Fisher, Paul Koslo, and Jim Antonio. You can tell it's 1985 because gunfire accompanies the opening credits. Bill shows up to give their guys their newest mission of blowing up an ammo dump, leading to his men wondering about the guy that gives them the missions.
Now, wait a minute. He sends you guys out there on shit jobs because you happen to be the best that there is.
Kiss that ass. And they move out. What if that was lower? Stealth.
Joe, you hold out Harry.
Oh, come on, Sergeant. What's some of the fun?
He's probably going to die. I guess that's it. They get busted by this guy, who immediately rats them out.
Go to the north!
So they die? Kaboom! It's now 1985 in Atlanta and Joe survived the mission, but is in a wheelchair. There's a meeting where they discuss the local gangs and having to pay protection.
We agree not to pay these gangs any more money. They can't beat up everybody.
Someone is getting beat up! And they agree that fighting back is a terrible idea. Joe hooks his dad up with a piece and is left to run the store for the afternoon. I wonder if the gang's going to show up. Ah, shit.
The story is you're trying to stir up trouble.
Sounds like someone is a fucking rat.
See what can happen to one of your customers when you don't pay your insurance?
Ugh. The customer fights back but gets murdered.
Now I'm gonna have to teach you a lesson.
Holy shit! That's going to leave a mark.
I can't believe it. 2 people are butchered in there in broad daylight, and nobody saw anything.
You know there aren't going to be any witnesses. You're a little late, Pop. Bill attends Joe's funeral and gets the deets on what went down. He asks Bill to teach the locals how to fight back, leading to Bill going to his hotel and making some calls. And the band is back together, with the final reveal being this.
How's it going, brother?
I have to give the movie props for showing a homeless Vietnam War vet, because usually movies like this didn't do that. And here's our Vincent Gardenia for this Death Wish ripoff. The Annihilators get a base and begin unloading their supplies. Assholes! And the gang beat the shit out of a guy, taking his TV as payment. That TV was only worth $20 in 1985. Can we get ice cream? There's a rundown of the local gangs, ending with our lead gang of the film, the Rollers, led by the stable Roy Boy. Here's a learning to fight montage. Jesus!
It's a call for help. It's also a sign of our unity. Whenever you hear this, you all join in, okay?
I hope no Jehovah's Witnesses roam the neighborhood. They could get killed. Hey, I got a free screwdriver. Worst punch ever. The fight doesn't go well, but Ray is saved. Damn! Sir, there are teeth in my purse. Cocaine! The Rollers have a staff meeting about getting their asses kicked and decide it's time to up their game. Local law enforcement. Hawkins meets the Annihilators, and as always, they're right on it to stop vigilantes. But never mind the countless other crimes going on in the community. Back at the station...
Oh, Hawkins. Come on in. Close it.
That's never a good sign.
I suggest you keep your theories to yourself and stick to collaring the punks responsible for that double homicide.
He has a point. I really want to go to Joe's Disco Tavern. Roy Boy recruits some kids for intel as the Annihilators decide to fuck over the gangs and steal some cocaine. It's pretty obvious you're transporting a load of cocaine. Train! What are you sweet on Marie? Outside, there's some old lady harassment with Woody kicking some ass and some shared poetry, leading to the bag lady revealing that it was the Rollers that killed Joe. The group minus Bill follow the Rollers and decide, fuck planning, let's just take them out.
Say, man, the dude that owns this place, how much is he paying us?
5 big ones.
Yeah, well, let's burn this fucker good.
If they're just going to torch the place, why don't you just lock them in the building? Movie over. Gerrit gets captured and some shooting starts, notifying everyone, and they leave. Bill rips them a new asshole for not having a plan. Then they start making a plan to annihilate the entire operation. But someone is watching. Shit, that was fast. There's a shootout with no actual bullet holes, and the entire thing seems to be a GTA mission, with wave after wave of gang members arriving. Would a kid really do this? The gang begins to retreat, but Ray is killed while saving the unsupervised child. The Fuzz arrives, and after hiding the guns, they're hauled in for questioning.
Losing Ray that way. Maybe I pushed this thing too far.
Should you be saying all this shit in an interrogation room? I mean, you may be monitored.
Hey, Neil, how'd it go?
Everything's squared away. You're free to go.
Wait, did they even get questioned?
Lieutenant, if you are going to make a bad bust, try to make sure they're not represented by the governor's law firm.
Here's some more planning.
That's how we used to do it. You used to do it great.
The best. Yeah, we sure as hell did, didn't we?
Stop patting yourselves on the back.
He wants us to ride shotgun for a load of dope he's running through tomorrow.
Man, what is his problem? He's all set up for tomorrow.
This load is bigger than usual.
Of course!
How big?
5 times what we usually get.
It must be the Christmas season.
We're gonna do it a little differently this time.
Of course! It's transport day, and is this train always at the same time? If I was moving millions of dollars of cocaine, I would make damn sure my caravan wasn't getting stopped by a train on a daily fucking basis. Holy shit! Things are going good until the van shows up. Who stole the fucking truck? There's a chase, and look, the fruit stand cliche. I don't really understand either plan. They pull into an alley and you're trapped, bitch! There's a meeting about the dope with this guy being a puss cake. And while there's some discussion, the Rollers arrive with a fucking flamethrower. Someone needs to call the police. Tell them it's fucking vigilantes.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna talk to him.
That's a terrible idea.
You almost burned me with that thing.
No shit. Bill hits a roof and the flamethrower's abandoned immediately. A shootout breaks out and then the tapping starts. In your face! Holy shit!
You had school bus?
Oh no. Let's rip off Dirty Harry, folks. They make a deal for the drugs, but look who's on the bus.
What the hell's going on down there?
And there goes your leverage. There's some more shooting with a standoff where Woody should have just shot the guy. Butterfly knives and ninja stars, what could be more 80s action than that? It's a final confrontation on the roof. Shit. They fight and look who finally showed up. And Roy Boy ends up going on the grill. Hawkins goes to the roof and no, he's not the drug dealer we figured he would be. He's the big guy from the war. He pretends to bust the Annihilators, but the captain says, no, fuck that, and they're free to go. So why did they even bullshit the bust? And the film ends with Christopher Stone not turning into a werewolf while fucking. The Annihilators is your typical action revenge plot. One of the guys in the unit gets killed and it's up to his buddy or buddies to avenge his death. Death Wish 3 would use the exact same plot later on in 1985, and we recently saw the film Chrome Soldiers in the early 90s. There just isn't much here. The gang members are like video game sprites or just shot down by our heroes, ending with a final boss that really isn't very boss. He chews up the scenery, but that's about it. The flamethrower was a nice touch, though. And what about Hawkins? His character really had nothing to do with the plot, other than driving that truck. And his part in the ending is just a real head-scratcher. The Annihilators tries to be a cross between First Blood and Death Wish, but ends up being a pretty mediocre flick.